Research design and quantitative research. And the topics of this lecture are 1. Purpose of research design. 2. Procedures of controlling. 3. Randomization. 4. Characteristics of good research design. And we will conclude this lecture with a summary. In previous lecture, we firstly learned how to select a research problem. Through a discussion with experts, we can identify a research problem by understanding issues and trend. We can also explore issues and trend of the research area of interest by literature review. We also learned how to develop the statement of the research problem. The statement of the research problem should be concise and should identify key factors, variables of the research study. And we learned the correlational type of research statement and the causal type of research statement. We learned the concepts of constants and variables. Constant can be defined as characteristic or condition that is the same for all individuals in a study. And variable can be defined as a characteristic that takes on different values or conditions for different individuals. And we learned we can identify independent variable and dependent variable in causal type of research statement. At last, we learned the concept and how to develop a research hypothesis, which is a special form of research statement with 1. Pinpointing the specific problem under study. 2. Including an expected relationship between variables. The main purpose of research design is controlling spurious effects from research conclusion. This concept of controlling by research design is creating conditions that allow the research to get a clear look at the variable of interest by limiting or eliminating the influence of some variables or explaining the influence of others. Then, what would be the consequence on the research if we fail to control other spurious effects or influences? If we fail to control other spurious effects, our research becomes less internally valid. There are 4 possible options of controlling. 1. Holding conditions or factors constant. 2. Building conditions or factors into the design as independent variables. 3. Randomization. 4. Statistical adjustments or control. The last option is beyond the scope of EDUC 295. Let's learn the first 3 options in detail. The first option of controlling is holding conditions or factors constant. For example, in Research Design B, example is the slide. Researchers fix several factors, same school, same teacher, same grade, even same test. By fixing factors as constant, this researcher could control several spurious effects. Consequently, holding conditions constant improves some internal validity. However, is there any downside of doing so? Yes. As we can easily understand through this example, holding conditions constant option can reduce external validity of research. In other words, there is no guarantee of the new teaching method efficacy for other schools, other teachers, or other tests. The second option of controlling is building conditions or factors into the design. For example, in Research Design B example in this slide, the researcher concerned the gender effect on the educational outcome and includes the gender factor into research design. However, the downside of this option is many independent variables may unnecessarily complicate the research design and results. So, this option only works for controlling a few, 1 or 2 variables. Let's see this Research Design B example in the slide. Can you identify what kind of controlling procedures has already been applied in this research design? Try to control the ethnic group. Also, develop your own research design and control the gender. The third option of controlling is randomization or random assignment. This randomization spreads the effects of other variable evenly across the groups of the study. Therefore, this option can control all other spurious variables' effect, and consequently, your research becomes more internally valid. However, oftentimes, this option is practically difficult to implement. Also, this benefits of other random assignment can be warranted when subject size is large. For example, from the research design in this slide, randomly assigning students into classes with different teaching methods can yield some concerns. Is this easy to implement? Why not? Adapt random assignment into your own research design and provide concerns of randomization of your research design. A definition of good research design could be good control of extraneous variables. Again, controlling extraneous variable is to be able to identify, balance, minimize, or eliminate their effects onto dependent variables. In this lecture, we learned 1. Understanding the purpose of research design. 2. Options and procedures of controlling. 3. Concepts and concerns of randomization or random assignment. 4. Definition and concepts of characteristics of good research design.